I've been planning to make a video like this for a long time now, and it's about time that I finally decided to make a video talking about the sonic.exe disaster fan games. Although, I wish I made a video like this sooner than I should have, because unfortunately, sonic.exe, the legendary game itself, has been unfortunately taken down and removed from Roblox entirely. Another thing I want to also mention is that Outlake is completely done making any Sonic related stuff in general because of the situation. And if you really want to know more about the situation, there's plenty of videos out there talking about the whole situation. Because the main focus of this video right now is to talk about the Sonic TD fan games. But yeah, it's so sad that a legendary game like this has to go away, and it's really awful. But enough with that. This is not the point of the video. The point of this video is that I'm going to be talking about the fan games of sonic.exe, the disaster. And I'm going to be talking about, I think, 4 or 5 of them. And I'm going to explain my thoughts of what I think about those games and what I think about the stuff in those said games. I'm going to be doing each of these fan games a little differently than I normally do when I'm reviewing one game. Normally when I review a game, either a Roblox game or any other video game in general, I usually will talk about the gameplay, the characters, the stories, or other stuff. However, because I'm going to be discussing so many different Roblox games at once, I'm going to be kind of doing this a little differently. I'm only going to be talking about how the gameplay feels, how the maps are, and how the characters feel, and how the mechanics are. I'm also going to be discussing is there any issues I have with these said fan games as well. Anyways, enough talk, let's get right into the video. The first game, fuck me, I cannot speak today. Anyways, let's get on with the first TD fan game. I used to be just like every other version of me. The first sonic.exe disaster fan game I'm going to be talking about is actually one of my more favorite ones. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say this is more of a fan game of Sonic TD, more like of another project that Outlake made called sonic.exe Extermination. But I'm still counting this because I'm talking about sonic.exe TD fan games, of course. So I'm still going to count it regardless. But the first one we're going to be talking about is sonic.exe The Infection. I actually really like this one. Even though it's not like as epic as TD, it's definitely a pretty good and fun one to play around if you're feeling bored or something. And considering that Outlake's other project, sonic.exe Extermination, is gone because Outlake himself took it down, this, along with a few others, are like the only option we got is to somewhat like sonic.exe Extermination. But anyways, so what do I think about this game in general? Well, let's talk about the characters. Back then, the old version of this game, the characters were, let's just say they used to work a lot differently back in the old days of this game. The old version of this game, at least. The EXEs, they feel good, and each and every single one of them now have abilities, unlike the old version where they didn't really have abilities at all. Even the survivors didn't really have many. Actually, survivors did have abilities, I think, but it's like, I don't know. But this clip is from like this is my recent gameplay of it, and I didn't even know this game got updated, to be honest, because I haven't really touched that one as much. But yeah, I do want to bring up that the EXEs do feel good to play as, and even survivors feel good to play as too. The EXE have their own unique abilities, and so do survivors. And even some of the EXEs used to be Game Pass characters, but now you can actually play some of them now. Those being, well, okay, one is a Game Pass survivor and one was a Game Pass EXE. They used to be Game Pass characters, but now you can actually play as them freely now. Those being Crazed Amy and Sonic himself, shockingly. And there's also characters that you have to unlock, or in that case, the badge characters, which are, oh dear God, JC's Sonic, yes. JC's X is literally one of the badge characters you unlock, and the first one, unfortunately. And the sucky part is, despite how much I fucking do not like the JC one because of knowing what JC did, you have to play as this one. Why? So you can unlock the other badge characters afterwards. Thank God I stopped playing as soon as I unlocked the other characters. But anyways, it's whatevers. Then, I mean, I know I can separate, I know I have to, I know people say just separate the art from the artist, but it's like, I don't know. Honestly, don't give a shit now. I just want to move on to the next stuff. Of course, there's other badge characters like Exedier, which is the last one you unlock. And then there's Chaos Hunter, I believe. And yeah, and there's also one last badge character, which is Lord X, which unfortunately you can no longer unlock because the map that you have to be in to unlock him no longer exists currently. So you cannot obtain Lord X. I have Lord X, so I don't have to worry about that. But enough with the characters. The EXE feel good, survivors feel good. Now, what about the map? Even though there's usually one map, and sometimes the maps get switched whenever an update happens, but overall, the map is pretty good. Even though it's small, but it's whatever, I guess. Now, the mechanics. The mechanics are pretty good, although I do have one small, minor problem with the game, and that's the hitbox. Now, normally, the hitboxes in the Roblox games aren't really bad, but this game's hitbox is a little weird. You see, normally you have to touch the characters to smack them or something, right? Or to attack them. But in this game, it looks a little differently. Normally that would be the case, but when playing this, I noticed how the hitbox actually works after being confused about it for God knows how long. You see the cursor, right? This little cursor, because I'm playing this on PlayStation obviously. See the little blue white cursor on my screen? I don't know how this works on PC or mobile. Before I noticed on console, you have to aim your cursor at the character right when you're about to attack them. Like, if you're EXE obviously. Like, if I'm attacking a survivor, I have to aim the cursor at the said survivor I'm attacking in order to hit them. It's weird, I know. It's a very weird hitbox system. I guess to kind of make it so like hitboxes don't feel unfair, but I don't think that's the right way to go it, my guy. Or whoever the creator of this game is. Creator of this fan game, if you're watching this, kind of like change the hitbox to make it like so you have to hit them when being in contact with a character, because this feels weird for console players like me. But that's my only complaint for this game. Other than that, this game is actually pretty good. I definitely recommend playing this one. This one is pretty good. The gameplay feels nice. The characters are pretty good in their own way. Only minor issue is just a hitbox, but other than that, definitely give this one a shot. It is fun. The next sonic.exe fan game I'm going to be discussing about is actually another good one too. Sonic.exe Spectral Fades. So what do I think about this one? This is actually also a really good one too. So let's discuss about the gameplay and all that. The gameplay overall feels pretty solid and nice. I don't see anything wrong with the gameplay at all. It feels really solid and nice. And the characters. I mean, overall, I never really played Survivor in this one, because obviously I usually pick the EXE, because I love playing as Sonic.exe and all that, or just the killers in general. But I will admit, the characters do feel pretty good and solid, and they feel very fleshed out. And the models even look different too. Even in the last one I discussed, which was Sonic.exe and Infection, the models were, I guess you would most likely say Alex model, but more modified in a way. This game actually has its own models, which is, it's good. At least, like, you know, it's cool to have like different models instead of just reusing someone else's model. I mean, if you use Alex model, that's just whatever, I guess. I mean, Outlag really has his models out for you to use for free, but it's like, I do recommend making your own models, you know? It's always nice to make your own stuff for your own projects. So this is definitely a nice thing to see. The mechanics. Honestly, there's nothing really bad about the mechanics. They feel very good. They feel fine, actually. I don't see anything wrong with the mechanics. And the maps, they're also pretty good. That's all I really have to say about this game, really. Yeah, really, I don't have any problems with the game at all. I think this is definitely one of the best Sonic.exe TD Fangames I ever played, really. So, yeah, I'm gonna say this is definitely a high recommendation. Gives it want to fucking go. 100% recommendation for this one. This is really good. Alright, third game already. Holy shit. Alright, so this next one we're going to be talking about is Sonic.exe The Apocalypse. Also pretty good as well. I definitely prefer Spectral Fades more, but this is actually not that bad for a Sonic.exe Disaster fan game. Let's talk about the mechanics and the gameplay. The gameplay, also pretty good. No issues there. What else? The characters. Oh, like I said, just like Spectral Fades, I never played the Survivor characters at all. I mainly just played the Killer because, you know, I'm a Killer main, sorta, in most asymmetrical horror games. But I will admit, the characters feel pretty good. I mean, I could definitely say from the Killer perspective because I went against a lot of fucking Knuckles and a lot of other characters, and I was getting my ass beat by some of them, and I can definitely say that the characters feel good. Is there any issues I have with the mechanics? No, the mechanics are fine as the way they are. The map, even though it's just one map, pretty good. There is one small minor issue, which luckily that doesn't happen as much, and it only happens if the player actually just leaves or basically resets. There's a bug in the game where you can actually get stuck in the grab animation from Sonic.exe himself. There is a point in time where, there was actually a point in time where I did play this in its early updates, and one of the Sonic.exe ability was fucking buggy, but luckily that was patched, so that's no longer the problem. There is a current bug in the game right now where, if you grab a survivor as the EXE, and if the survivor decides to reset, then, or even worse, or even leave the game, Sonic.exe will just be stuck in the grab animation and you can't do anything about it, and the only thing you can do to really deal with that bug is to, well, reset yourself, which means you gotta go ahead and select them again, but it's whatever's. Other than the very minor bug, which is very easily avoidable, you just gotta reset your character and that's it, you know, it's not a game-breaking bug, you just reset, and yeah, overall, this is also a pretty solid fan game. I like Spectral Phase more, and I also want to mention the models as well. They also are original for this game as well, so good work for making the models as well. But I will say, yeah, play this one too. I also recommend this one. That's what I really gotta say. Overall, another pretty good fan game for Sonic.exe TD. This next Sonic.exe Disaster fan game is called Sonic.exe Nightmare Nexus. And I really do not like this one. Now, I'm going to talk about right now why I don't like this one in a moment, but I'll get to the point in a moment. The gameplay. Okay, I will admit, the gameplay in this one is really mixed. And what do I mean by mix? Some survivors do feel good to play as, and there are some survivors that feel so clunky as shit to the point they're just really fucking unplayable. And I really do not like the EXEs in this one either. Even though, the EXEs are obviously, yeah, we got the usual ones like Sonic.exe, but you have someone like Exceller, Exedier, and even some original ones too. And you even got skins you can get for them too, which that was actually added in and I didn't even know that. Now keep in mind, I actually played this one before and even uploaded a video of me playing it at the time, but that was during its old updates. And even then, I still do not like this one. the the gameplay is either usually clunky most of the time, especially if you're playing as the EXE. The virus feel clunky, and there's still game-breaking bugs that still exist in this game. And I don't even know if the old bugs I encounter are still in this game, but there are some recent bugs I just encountered in this game when playing this for the sake of clipping this video. The first thing I want to also, mention is that the bug where the EXE still gets soft lock and they can't do anything, it still fucking exists to this very day. And don't even get me started on the other bugs I encountered. There is a bug where you really can jump out an entire map and kill yourself because of that. Yes, I'm not kidding. There is a stupidly bug that I encountered where the survivors or even the EXE can jump off the map and kill themselves. I'm sorry, but are you that fucking lazy that you cannot put invisible fucking barriers around each different map? Are you kidding me? Sorry, got a little heated there. And yeah, I just want to say this game sucked. The characters are clunky as shit, at least depending on who you're playing as. Maps, the maps are fine except for the fact that there's a stupid bug that you can jump out of the map. Oh yeah, there's also another bug I want to mention. There's a fucking bug where even the game itself soft locks. Not just you, every player who are playing this. How does it happen? There's a point in time where the game starts. And when the game started, the countdown that was supposed to start counting doesn't even appear. And the worst part is, the match will never end. Even the EXE is gone, even if all the survivors are dead, the game will never end because of this bug. This bug really soft locks every player who just wants to play it. Oh my god, this game is just that bad. Some of the survivors are clunky, the EXEs are really clunky themselves, and the bugs, oh my god, there are some that are just annoying, and then there are ones that are just absolutely game breaking. What the fuck? How did the devs, whatever, I don't know, but how did the devs not test this shit before releasing? Or yeah, how did they not test this shit before releasing their updates on this game? I don't know. I do not recommend this one at all. I don't. It's that awful to play as. Some of the survivors are fucking clunky. The EXEs are clunky. Overall, it's just, I do not recommend playing this one. If you do want to play this one, we try it out. Please don't go apeshit when something buggy happens, because that's most likely you're going to encounter occasionally while playing this one. Alright, next up, sonic.exe, The Darkness. So, what do I think about this one? It's alright, I guess. It's definitely better than the last freaking sonic.exe fan game that I, talked about, but sonic.exe The Darkness. This one's okay. It's alright. It's not a bad game, but okay, let's talk about its gameplay. Its gameplay is pretty self-explanatory. It's exactly like TD, except different mechanics and such. The characters, each of the characters feel good as they are. The mechanics are fine. The gameplay is pretty much fine. Maps are fine. There is one weird bug that does happen when you sometimes join the game, but that bug is pretty minor, so yeah, nothing really crazy. That's all I gotta really say about sonic.exe The Darkness. I definitely recommend this one. It can be fun, really. It sucks that no one really plays this one anymore, but at least you can still play it if you want to roam around the map or something. This is sonic.exe, The Curse. So, what do I think about this one? Honestly, this one's also pretty decent too, really. The maps, well, I mean, it's only one map, but the map itself, it's pretty good. The characters, they're pretty good too, really. I mean, there isn't really a bad character here either. I also forgot to mention, not forget, but like, I also want to mention the models. Obviously, just like some of the other ones I talked about, this game's models are obviously the original models of this, obviously for this particular game alone. And there's even some new EXEs that you can try as well. And even though like there's really no one who plays this game anymore, unfortunately I can't recommend playing this one because, like I just fucking said, no one plays this one anymore, which sucks. But hey, it's there if you want to get on and maybe explore around the map, maybe test some shit out to see what's up. This game is, I mean, it's fun though, but it's like no one plays it, man. It's like, I mean, overall the gameplay is good, characters are cool, the models are good, and even the map is pretty good. But it's like, I don't know, dude. I mean, there were people that were playing this before, but nowadays it's like this game is just lonely now. There's enough, like, no one plays this anymore. But overall, not bad. Next up is sonic.exe Bloodshed. Just like the last one I talked about, this is also pretty decent. I would say it's definitely good, but like, it's just, it's not bad either, really. It's pretty good as well. So how's the gameplay? Well, like I said in the last one, the gameplay is also pretty good in this one. Characters also pretty good, and they feel good to play as well. And the maps are pretty good. And overall, yeah, I definitely recommend playing this one, but at the same time, I don't. Why, you may ask? Well, just like the last game, well, somewhat unlike the last game where nobody fucking plays anymore, people at least somewhat play it, but just barely. That's just very unfortunate, man. There's these, like, some of these fun sonic.exe TV fan games, they're fun to play, but it just sucks that you can't play them because no one, like, people barely play them anymore, which sucks. Which is crazy, because, like, honestly, if I was playing these during the time when they were popular, there would have been people playing them, but times go on and people stop playing them because, let's be honest, these games are outdated. But overall, it's still a pretty good fan game. Definitely give it a shot if you have friends to play this with. I also should say the same for sonic.exe The Curse as well. You got any friends around, definitely try it. And the last sonic.exe TD fan game we're going to take a look at is sonic.exe Stay Alive. Sonic.exe is, well, what do I say? Let's talk about the gameplay first. The gameplay is, well, just like the other ones I said, not too bad. Not the best looking gameplay in the scene, but it's definitely something. And of course, we got some different EXEs as well, like Exedier and Exceller, 2011X, even freaking Chaos is there. And of course, the survivors are pretty good to play as well. And then, of course, the EXEs are okay to play as, I guess. The maps are not too bad. I mean, there are some that are clearly like in work in progress, but there are like other maps that are, they're pretty good. No issues with this one whatsoever, to be honest. But do I recommend playing this? Yeah, it's fun. Not too bad. I also want to mention that the creator of this game is doing a full-on remake of it as well. and I actually did try it out, and yeah, there wasn't really much to it, but it was just only a prototype, so of course there's not going to be much to it yet, but hey, it's alright. Overall, yeah, definitely gives one a shot if you have basically nothing else to do, I guess, but anyways, this game is not too bad. So there you have it. That's pretty much all I gotta say about these fan games. Some of these fan games are really fucking good. There are some that are, well, basically not too bad. Then there are some that are just decent at best. And then there are ones that are just, awful. But other than that, these are pretty much all I gotta say about these fan games. I know it's not like the usual typical reviews where I pretty much talk about literally everything about these games. But if I try to do that with all these fan games in one video, this video would have been long and it would have took me a long time to make something like this then. But other than that, before you go say anything in the comments, yes, I know there's still a couple more fan games I need to talk about. But let's just say I'm saving those two specific ones for a separate video, at least 2 separate videos for each of those 2 games, because I feel like both of those games deserve their own separate videos, because they are so good that I think I'd rather talk about them in their own separate videos than talk about them along with the other fan games I talked about in one video. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and well, I mean, you don't have to comment down below really, but like, you guys enjoyed the video? That's all that really matters to me. I will see you all next time.